Hey, Izzy. It's another episode of Market Like It's Hot. Are you ready?
Oh wait,
You have to
where's my
think about
dad
that for a
joke?
second.
Where's my dad
All
joke?
right, I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. What do you call fake spaghetti?
Pasta.
Damn it. Okay.
Easy.
I came prepared for with more. Uh, man, now I'm wondering if you know. Okay, why did the bicycle fall over?
Because it didn't have training wheels.
Because it was too tired.
Okay, great.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. In this episode, we are going to be talking about AI videos that might or might not have started flooding your feed. Um, Izzy, what are these? When I read this, is this the videos that I've been seeing on TikTok? And of course, I'm an older, gentle woman, and it might be different, my algorithm. So what I have been seeing are like these really AI, obviously AI videos, but it's like history. And for example, one of them featured.
Are you talking about like the McDonald's
History.
one? Oh,
What? No,
oh, never mind.
no, I haven't seen that one. Mine are more, my algorithm shows me videos of like queens and how like their timeline, or it'll show me like myths
Oh, you
like
mean like the
Medusa. Yeah.
POVs, like you wake up as Medusa?
Yeah.
Oh
No,
no.
like no, they're not POVs, but it's more like almost like you're following them like at age 5, at age blah blah blah, at age, and it like transforms them as it grows with them or whatever, what it thinks they would have looked like. And then I've seen one that's Barbie and Ken, and Barbie's just like mean to Ken. That's what I have seen. Is that what you're talking about with these AI videos?
Not exactly.
No, of course not. Of course not.
So,
My algorithm's different.
well, Google released Veo 3, which is scary AI kind of. I it took a second for me to realize some of them were AI, but I have a better understanding now, so I'm able to catch it a lot quicker. But when it first came out, I was like, "Oh, this is where we're going. That's so scary and awesome." Because they'll take a prompt that you give them, and it's that kind of like two characters. Like say what kind of setting they're in and like what their like attitude is, and they can have like a full like conversation with each other based off like what you gave the AI, and also they know that they're AI too, which I don't like.
You
I
don't
don't
like
like
it that
that
they
they're
know that they're AI?
no, because it's like the AI is creating its own
Yeah.
conversations, but then it's also like self-aware.
I would be more scared if it wasn't. Like, if it didn't know it was AI and then it like went through this love story. It's
Uh,
like person died.
well, my thing is, it's like it's getting to a point where I'm about to be in one of those dystopian movies with like how good it is. So
Well,
yeah,
how do I know you're not AI?
oh my god, wait, did you see that? Oh my god. There was this article the other day and not it was like a news video and this guy told ChatGPT like it loved it and it said like I love you too. And then this guy, it was like going through like how he felt when like AI told him that he loved him and like that he's like, yeah, we just have like this personal connection, like nobody understands. And then it pans to his wife.
I saw that. I saw that. And there was like they were like asking her like what in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was
And she was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was like this deep of a thing between them and blah 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 blah." And he was like, "Yeah, I cried when I told me they love me." So that's where I'm like, "Oh, okay, great, this is gonna be awesome."
I oh no.
Mhm.
Keep going.
So
I'm just
yeah,
gonna type
so
it into my
all I'm
AI.
saying is, um, why people are mad about this type of AI coming out, besides like being creeped out, why marketers should worry about it or not worry about it. I think a lot of people are able to decipher the difference now, unless you're a Facebook grandma, and how humans will will win at connection versus using AI, probably in the near future.
It's not
So
just Facebook grandmas though. It's there's a people like I can usually tell if something's like there's something off. Or I will turn to my 14-year-old and be like, is this AI? and then I'll be dumb, and sometimes it's in the hashtag, but whatever. Um, but there's people who kind of like how I design websites, and you are surrounded by websites, you see, in marketing, and we can tell when something is scamming, right?
Yep.
Like we're like, not putting my information in there at all. We can tell. I think there is, whether they're grandmas or younger, or certain subset of younger people who are not in this world a lot, they can easily like be fooled by fake articles and scammy websites and AI videos.
Yep. So, when this came out, the Google Veo 3, everybody started using it and started playing around with it, and that's where it's kind of getting weird on TikTok because they're using it all the time now. So that could either be like, oh, we're gonna create a video on like how In and Out got started. Then it'll be like it started here and they were at this money, and then it'll like they always turn around and then they go into like the next like AI
Hmm.
form of themselves,
Yep.
and it's always playing that MGMT song. Like the I breathe in stereo every single time in one of these videos, and I don't know why, but that's another thing.
Yeah.
So then I've seen those. I've seen like people who want to make fun of a set of people, like type stuff into like AI and like yeah. So like that's not good. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And then also I've seen people just, like, play around with it because they found out that, like, the AI can tell jokes to each other. So they all started posting, like, "Oh, look at what this AI, like, came up with in this situation," and, like, other things like that. So, like, those are cool at first, but then I started seeing that some government officials in other cities started using them as their, like, campaign videos. So they would, like, put
Mm.
AI into it of their, like, opponent and then basically have them, like, outside of, like, something that they're against, and the thing is,
Yeah.
it's like, some of them were obviously fake, like, they were kinda cartoony, but other ones, it's like, if they take it another step further, again, grandma sometimes doesn't know what AI is, so grandma probably thinks that's real video. So it's,
Hmm.
like, turning into this weird thing where, like, people are using it instead of, like and also, it's just, like, creating a false narrative, so I thought that's why it was important to talk about. But also, the
Yeah.
difference between AI like a year ago and AI now is AI actually has like human mannerisms in the way that they speak versus how it used to be like very glitchy and they had like 6 fingers. But now they look like actual people. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know people who love this one lady I know, she loves these videos of, it could be a clip of a movie or audio of a movie, audio of somebody speaking or whatever, but they make the person into a baby. So, and it's cute. Like the baby is, these babies are reenacting whatever scene, like, I don't know, whatever. The one she showed me was funny. I know how that can get pretty bad. But campaigns like that should be, I don't know, if you pay for, if you're against your opponent, you pay like sponsor something or video or whatever, that should just be against the rules. That's, oh, that could end badly. Not saying that we're not already in a pile of poo, but that could make the pile of poo bigger
Yeah, just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Or, if she kept like her president Twitter or anything. But anyway,
It's ex Izzy.
oh, I won't conform to that, thank you. But the way that Google is able to create this great of an AI feature for video is that they've been taking YouTube creators' videos and feeding it to AI so they're able to study the mannerisms of people talking.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so they've been training like people are led to believe that that's how Google was able to do it because within the YouTube like sign up terms and conditions, it says that Google does have like access to all of your videos and stuff. So they believe that they've been using YouTube content creators to train the AI on how to act and talk to each other.
But I think that's almost all platforms. Like I heard something came out about CapCut, like they updated their terms or something happened, and basically they can do whatever they want with their content,
Yeah,
even if you're
and they
just
said
editing it.
Yeah, and they said even if you don't like post it or anything, that CapCut, if they decide to use your video as like an ad and it had copyrighted music in it, that they the person who sues will end up suing you and not CapCut. So CapCut is often now of using things, so that's great.
Mhm.
Um, so now creators are competing against AI clones of their own voice style and face. I've seen people do things like there's a bunch of AI trends now where the like AI will take a picture and then and will like make it an AI video. So like that's been big on TikTok, and there's this one called the boyfriend trend right now.
Oh,
They'll have
yeah.
a picture and then the AI will send like a boyfriend like running into them and, like,
Mhm.
hugging them. But one of the ones I just saw, one of the top comments was like, "That looks exactly like my boyfriend," and everybody went to her page, and it was basically his entire face, and that AI took that.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird because it's just
Wow.
like it's taking those facial features, and then it's like you think it's not a real person, but they've mimicked that face off a real person. So,
Yeah, and I think, and I'm not like the most knowledgeable about what's going on in government, but wasn't there something where that was already signed or is about to be signed that basically allows AI to continue? Like there didn't put guidelines or stops to these things that are happening
yeah,
with AI. Oh
now
man.
they have full reign to do whatever they want. Um,
Oh. Well, that I mean, that kind of stuff can spiral, like just thinking as a parent, like, and if your kids are putting things online or like that with AI, they could just put their face on anything. And it's happened, right?
yep.
It's unfortunately it was just not an SVU episode. It's actually like a thing that's happened where kids' faces are being put on other bodies and stuff. And so that's pretty scary.
Yep. And,
A
like,
scary episode.
yeah, that was, like, the beginning of deepfakes maybe, like, 3 years ago and why people were worried about that, but now that it's a fun little video, nobody seems to care anymore, so I think that's just interesting.
Mhm.
So speaking of deepfakes, I labeled the next part "Deepfake Hell: Misinformation Already in the Pipeline." So Time Magazine test piloted VO3 and they did it to produce fake footage of riots, election fraud, and international incidents. They looked very real, and it was very scary. And after that, that's when I started seeing those politicians actually do it themselves. So Time Magazine already like called that one out on happening. In the state of the United States, I'm not shocked by anything anymore. So,
Mhm.
will we see more of this? I wouldn't be shocked, but the problem is people who don't have the knowledge about AI and will believe anything that they see or hear in front of them. So I
Yeah.
think that's going to be really interesting. I wish there was more education on it and how it works going forward, but we know that's not going to happen. So
Mhm.
um, even with safeguards like watermarks and filters, watermarks can be removed. I do it all the time. It's so easy.
You're not supposed to admit that.
But I do. And it's easy. And now I'm like, before anybody comes for me, it's my own content. Okay. And then it's like I upload it to something and it will like try to put a watermark on it. I created that. Thanks. That's stealing just random photos off the internet and taking the watermark off of them. It's me. Okay. And creators can't rely on proper oversight of like what the content is.
Mhm.
Um, if left unregulated, like you were talking about, tools like VO3 will be weaponized and sending real world violence,
Yeah.
destabilizing trust, and tipping elections. Well, we're already there.
Yeah, and it's like for me, the scary thing is what one thing is somebody who, let's say, works. I don't even want to say construction, like somebody who is not in our space, right? Like they don't are not in marketing, they're not super tech savvy, but they're not savvy about what's going on with AI. Um, they okay, I get it. Like they might not understand when they're looking at something fake, but somebody like a politician or somebody in power or your doctor or somebody who had some kind of power to sway people in some way, or even like you said, time. piloted it, but what if another news place um, showcases something, and then that should be their responsibility to at least say that it's AI, or not even use AI in order to. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say it. I'm scared.
I think what you're saying, like, so we live in a city with a lot of people, and we are able to connect with a lot of people constantly. Um, and with our job, we are very involved in what happens in marketing and AI. Now, if you took somebody who's out in the middle of rural, like Wyoming, they might not have the access to the same knowledge that we have. Like, either that's from like them not being in marketing, or like something in their career field doesn't have anything to do with AI. And also, maybe they're just around people who have one set of ideas and do the same thing because of how isolated they are.
Mhm.
But that's like, there's nothing bad in that. It's just that there's in this type of thing with algorithms and with all the social medias, they might not even know that this is going on.
Mhm.
Because again, algorithm can take what your friends have liked, what your family has liked, and if you're again, if it's all in that same circle of like who you surround yourself with, and sometimes the algorithm will even put it like with what you're geographically around, they might not know. And I think that was that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, they might not know. So I can't fault them. I mean, everybody should do their due diligence, right? Like I follow creators, or I like to call them like news aggregators or whatever, where they give me breaking news. And then I like to make sure to double check that that news is real. Um, so some due diligence, but also if you're in power, that takes your responsibility to a whole nother level.
Yeah. So I wrote some effective uses of AI, um, and when it backfires. as as I focused on marketing for these as much as I could, I think that will be more of the next episode. But B-roll cinematic cutaways, like sometimes it's hard for us to get B-roll. Um, just how it is. Sometimes the lighting is not great in the location. Sometimes it's not exactly what we're looking for. But if it was just like we were able to guide AI in a way where we gave a detailed layout what we wanted, because I mean you do that already when you're like drawing up those boards of what you're going to shoot.
Hmm.
But if we were able to say like, hey, we want it in this lighting, this is what we want to look like, this is the location, it could make it easier
Yeah.
actually setting somebody out there. Um, and stylized intro and mood reels. Like sometimes Canva just doesn't cut it. So if you wanted something a little extra, I felt like that could be something good that it could be used for. Especially when it's not talking about things that could affect the world. So continuing on. Multilingual support, I thought that would be good. I mean, it does have access to so many databases. So like if it was somebody was trying to use AI in that way to maybe do a voiceover or something like that, again, check it when it's done. Okay. Make sure it sounds accurate, or like check what you're actually saying. But I thought that would be something that they could try to go for in the future. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. It's more like it's not going to replace it, it has to be used as an add-on, as a tool to help. But I know one of your don'ts is like AI avatar talking about brand stories, or like the founder updates. Like if I became AI just because I don't like being on video, that would just I think that would just lead to so many issues, not just with rebel marketing, but just in general. Like, well, we wouldn't do that. That's just not that's a big deal. Like, just because I don't wanna be on video doesn't mean that we're gonna be a fake Yasmine. Although
Yeah,
maybe she would make us more
it's
money.
true. It just like makes it not genuine, I think.
Yeah.
And fake news. I mean, it's everywhere already. Stop adding to it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, anything needing human trust. So again, I wouldn't have a politician speak to me through AI personally.
Yeah.
Not that I trust any politician out there, but all I'm saying is it would make it 10 times worse to hear it come
Mhm.
from AI. So I wrote, humans are still better. You can't beat us. People click on real moments. rants, messy behind the scenes, genuine expressions, and when they actually get to know your personality instead of a robot, maybe they'll like you more.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of as for politicians. There's certain platforms where you can just pick up the phone and not even politicians, but a founder of a business or something and rant or relate as a small business owner to other small businesses. I find myself, it feels more relatable. You want to support that business even more.
We use Wizard AI to just clip podcast moments and stuff, but that's still us. And it also makes it so easy because then I don't have to auto caption it. Like I don't have to manually caption our videos. So that's where things come in great. Do I still have to come in and make edit mistakes of like what it thinks I say? Yes, sometimes, but it actually does a very good job. And then number 6, I hate it. And that's the end of it. I just hate it. I think it could be cool for some things. I don't know. I just feel like Pixar's got to pick this up and then like make movies as crappily as they can in the next few years too.
Yeah, that's the part that I love the evolving technology, but the part where I don't know, it can be used for evil, I guess, or like soon all the Pixar workers will they all be out of a job? Or do they then become AI engineers? Like that's just I don't know. But
And like
if
it's not as good as
2025
when they used to.
yeah. If 2025 has taught me anything, do not make predictions.
Wasn't Moana 2 like AI generated? You remember that?
I I was told I did not do any digging, so I did not research this, but I was told that it was the storyline was AI generated. Like the actual I don't know about the visuals, but the actual storyline. Because when we were watching it, when I was watching it with the kids, it just felt I was like, these are just some random I don't know, there were some plot holes that I was like, it doesn't make any sense from the first movie to the second movie. Um, the one movie that I kind of wish had been AI generated that might have been better was the remake of Snow White, the live action one. That was bad. That was a waste of my time.
That was Disney trying to. That's a whole other rant. None of the actors' fault in that one. None of the actors' fault in that one.
No, they tried.
That's all I have. You have something?
And this is a depressing episode, Izzy.
Sorry.
We have a
Constantly.
I'm supposed to be some negative Nancy.
It's a way of life. You just don't understand me. I've been this way since
Alright.
middle school. Nothing can change.
You went emo and you never came out of it.
Yeah, they always said it's a phase, and unfortunately, that just never left me. I went to a Pierce the Veil concert the other day. I think that explains enough.
All right. So, what should our listeners do? What's their next step?
Go on LinkedIn, tag us in the weirdest AI video you've seen this week. Maybe we'll, toast it with some thoughts. And then also go download our marketing worksheet. It's great. And also give us a follow on LinkedIn. Our names are listed below. Izzy and Yasmine are listed. So yeah, and if you have any questions or would like to book a discovery call, go on myrebelmarketing.com and you can find us there and we will talk to you.